Hello. Hi, everyone. Whether or not you are live or you're watching the replay, I'm very happy to be here with you. If you don't know me, my name is Ameenah Asante. I do so many things. I am a dance fitness professional. I'm also a psychic medium. Also specialize in a modality called human design. And I support people all over the world with my work. And I normally do my live readings on another platform, but I figured that today I would try out YouTube and just have some fun. Hi, Priska. Good to see you, love. I am doing readings tonight. Are you interested in having a reading? It's so good to see you. It's been a long time. I'm also saying hello. So if you just want to say hello, that's totally fine. But psychic readings, I call them for longer, more expansive readings, I call them spiritual explorations. Oh, cool. Beautiful. So, Priska, before we go further, I see that you are saying yes to a reading. So I have permission to connect to your energy as well as share what comes up for me in this live modality. Is that correct? I always believe in asking permission for the fullness of all that will happen. And it's funny because I'm looking at the chat and then I'm like, there's the camera right there. Awesome. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, love. So, is there any area of your life that you are curious about that you'd like me to tap into? Anything that you are wondering about? No stress, no worries. Love and money. All right. Let's see what we got. Okay, so yeah, definitely understand a rough year because of COVID. Absolutely. Absolutely. So what's coming up for you? I am seeing so your higher self. Let me explain. So when I'm doing readings, I'm connecting usually to the person that I'm reading their higher self. And the higher self is very interesting because the higher self will show the information that's pertinent in the moment to that person. So many different things can come up on that person's behalf. And for you in this moment, um, the thing that I'm being shown is you are standing in a location. It looks very much like a big industrious city, lots of energy flowing, and you're holding just this spread of money in your hand. And then from this space, there's actually a like a mechanism that's actually pushing you away from your original interest, and this mechanism is like overtaking you, and it's causing you to like even fall. And the interpretation of what I'm seeing is that this is actually like a fear, like that there's a fear of feeling out of control or receiving the money and having this full abundant life and having the experience of being overtaken or not being in control with the money in the way that you would like to. You have the full desire to have all of the wealth, all of the finances come to you, and in your heart of hearts, you feel as though you are able to hold this in a way that it's responsible, but there's also this underlying fear that that it actually can be taken from you and it'll be too much from you for you. And so I just want to check in with you about that thus far before I continue. Hello, other person. Feel free to say hello, whoever you are. Feel free to join in the conversation. I'm doing Priska's reading right now. Good, good. So let me tap in regarding what you are able to do about this situation. And so it's important for both your higher self, me, and you to be on the same page for what is present. And then we can look and see what needs to happen. Okay, so what's happening on the other side of this vision about what to do? So, your higher self is showing you actually taking the spread from your hand, um, closing it, putting the money as a symbol, putting it away. And from there, you actually retreat, so to speak, and go into um, basically like this area that looks just looks like shelter, like a place where you are moving from being out into the open and visible and having that big experience be the point, and shifting into um, just a smaller moment for you to regroup and reconnect with um like what is the point. And so your higher self is really showing this as like an intentional retreat for you to take time and look at those underlying beliefs, look at those places that where this money story has existed for a long time and it didn't come from you. So there is a way in which you can approach this next part of your life financially that has you feeling really empowered. And when you are done in this time in this like retreat and tucked away, you are like stepping out just grounded and really powerful and feeling very confident about your finances. There's also an underlying feeling around like actual like financial like classes when it comes to investing. This is something that's very new for you, where you are tapping into not only what you are good at, but trusting that something new is also possible for you as well. And so that whole retreat space is like really, really powerful for you. Hi, Donna Marie. Good to see you. Does that make sense, Priska? Are you still with me? So that was a lot of words. So some of the summary is taking some time, retreating, tapping into not only the things that you are good at, but also some new things when it comes to investing. I also see some significant strides in like cryptocurrency. Yeah. Let me tap in about love. Sure, we'll sure do that. Okay. All right, to start out, your love, the love story is actually really similar to the finance. It's this, they're in the same, they're part of the same chord, the same energy of that fear of being overtaken and that being like knocked to the ground and not being able to like get yourself out or be or recover. And there there's an energy of what appears to be a past experience, so past lover, um, someone of significance in your life that really energetically feels like he did a number on you. And from this experience, this is like the major imprint on you regarding love. Like you have the openness and the willingness, but there's also that underlying fear that has you um, actually vibrating at a lower frequency regarding love that keeps you away from what you are meant to have romantically. And so I'll check in with you there. Feel free to share if this is resonating with you, and then I can tap in and see what do we do about it. That's the fun. All of it's fun. It's so interesting while we're waiting, see if Priska has a response. This YouTube channel. Good, 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 good. Yes, Donna Marie, you sure can. I'm gonna um, do the conclusion for Priska around love. Yes, I see it. Thank you, love. Um, and then I will tap into and do a reading for you, Donna. All right. So, what we get to do about the love piece, Priska. Hmm. Okay. So, it's actually really simple and it's beautiful. So, your higher self is showing that your this belief that you have been carrying from this experience is like a almost like a grain of sand, and but it's like a pesky grain of sand, and it's actually on your hand, and your higher self shows you like flick the grain out of your hand, and then almost immediately there's this beautifully masculine energy that comes around you and just engulfs you, and you just like melt in this freedom and this relationship with this individual. And so the work, the next step starts with the energy, and so you really get to look at the belief around what happened, examining things around what's coming up is like actual trauma around relationships. And but with that, for you, it's this minute thing that you just get to look at and let go of and release. Okay. And once you're able to like get real and examine and be very vulnerable with that, it just you're able to get rid of it and you just move on. And it's really powerful. Like this energy behind you. Like I can feel the energy behind me, and it's beautiful. And I'm really happy for you about that. And so um yeah, feel free to reach out for more. There's plenty for us to catch up on. So, but I hope that is supportive as of right now. That's amazing. I must say congratulations in advance. Beautiful. Yes, yes. Please get in touch with me. Happy, so happy to help. So good to see you, love. It's been so long. So kisses. All right, Briska. All right, Donna Marie. How are you? In Ireland. I believe I'm reading that right. All right, love. Have a good day. So, Donna Marie, if you're still present, yes, kisses to you. Please do tell me, is there an area of your life that you would like me to read, to check up on? And because you are requesting, yes, because you're requesting the reading, I am understanding that I have permission to do a reading for you and that I have permission to connect to your energy, Donna Marie, as well as share vocally here on this live that the information that comes through on your behalf. That is my understanding. So I just like to make sure that I have permission. Beautiful. Thank you. So, if you could tell me if there's an area of your life that you would like me to do a reading on, something that you would like to know about, I'm more than happy to do that. Okay. Future reading? Sure. All right. Let me tap in. All right. So, Donna Marie, so there's multiple things that are happening that are being shown on your behalf. So, the first of which, I'll actually start with the second. So, your higher self, when I do readings, I'm usually connecting to a person's higher self. And your higher self is showing that there is a mm, higher intensity of energy, that it feels as though you're running, that you are actually running away from something. And the running away from this thing feels feels a bit frantic and like very concerned. And so I don't know that this is necessarily something related to safety, but it does feel as though this is urgent, that you are choosing to leave this thing urgently, and you keep looking back over your shoulder regarding this thing. So I'm going to pause there, and please feel free to share if this resonates and any other pertinent information. It's always interesting to do this without being able to talk to the other person, um, but feel free to share. And this isn't anything, like I said, I don't get the feeling that this is something that's like scary or dangerous, but there is something that you are leaving in this vision, and you're leaving it quickly. Okay, got it. So, with this energy, that's the first piece that went forward. The second piece is actually you transformed. So, the second piece was actually the first thing that I saw. Um, you transformed into this, you're actually in like a full like martial arts gi, and you are doing like martial art forms with great precision and like beautiful technique. And the interpretation that I'm receiving is that this is the way in which that you land on the other side after you have transition from this place. So it doesn't have anything to do, you might be a martial artist, but that doesn't have anything to do with it. It has to do with your level of mastery once you are done with this thing, once you have escaped this particular thing, you eventually step into this level of mastery with this great skill and beautiful ability. And so I'll check in with you there again regarding that particular vision. Okay, beautiful. Let me see if there's anything else that you are needing to know, and also another place that you'd like me to check on. Feel free to ask, but I'm going to tap in and see if there's something else that's there for you right now. Audibly, something came through around spite. If there isn't anything regarding, it's it's sometimes the higher self is can be comical, and so I'm just gonna leave that there. If there's something there, feel free to type it. If not, just don't worry about it. So this piece around, yes, yes, there are messages from spirit. So with the there is an urging from an entity, and the entity is an older woman who has gone on. Um, and I can see the vision of what it is that she's trying to show. And she's also sharing words with you. So she's talking about actually building that thing, building that that getaway, that it's almost coming through like a bungalow or some type of like a place, like a vacation place, like build, like work towards building this thing that you've always wanted, like a way to be like safe, to get away from, and not like get away from the like the first vision, but like actually treat yourself well and have the experience of self-care. And the urging that she's offering is that throughout your work, throughout your life, there is something like deep that you've always wanted, and you get to build that. And it's coming through from like a vision of an actual physical shelter. But this also has the potential to be like symbolic. And so feel free to share in the chat. But what I see on this side of it is really like this secluded, safe area that just feels so delicious to you, and like how it's coming through in the vision from her. It's really special. And so definitely curious to see what it is that you have to say about this particular thing. About the woman, she is somewhere between, I'd say, 64, 74 years old. Um, Her energy does feel as though she's gone on. Um, and also, she's very particular about how she's sharing this information. She's like free and fun loving. Um, and like excited for you. And so I'm curious to see if this is a ancestor that you knew, or if this is an ancestor that went on before you knew them, but definitely curious. So you're still typing, Donna? Okay, beautiful. So regarding the place that you have always always wanted to create for yourself. So this could be something that was shared in a conversation. It also could be like actually part of your heart's desire. So if you've always loved, you know, the beach and or just private getaways, that type of thing. And this is known by the people that you love, or if it's private where you know, you've done things on your own where people, ancestors from the spirit world, can actually view what it is that you're doing around these things. If there is any kind of significance related to that, please feel free to share. Are you still there, Donna Marie? Okay. Um, so if you have any follow-up questions, feel free to message me on Instagram. Uh, Feel free to DM me. That's the fastest way to get in touch with me there. And we can send some voice memos back and forth regarding this if you have some questions. I can definitely see how it'd be faster to support you from that space. All right, everyone. It's been a pleasure, and thank you all so much. And looking forward to the next time when we meet again. All right. Take care.